Icenium is a platform-agnostic hybrid application development tool that allows developers to build apps quickly and easily.
The idea behind an integrated cloud environment is all the things you need local are there in front of you. The things that make you productive, statement completion, syntax coloring and formatting, real-time error detection in the code that you're writing, so when you make a syntactical error, you can discover it quickly. But all the things that you don't need locally, the SDKs, the compilers, the deployment process, those things can be extracted, decoupled from the development environment, and turned into services. And we can integrate the cloud directly into the developer's workflow for a seamless experience end-to-end.
Each mobile development platform and strategy has its pros and cons, and for different situations you need to use different stuff. In 80% of the situations you don't need native because you're doing either line of business apps or casual games or some data snacking stuff, where you just need to leverage your web skills, HTML, JavaScript, and CSS.
The problem with native development is that native development just doesn't scale. You can't build for all native platforms and do it cost effectively, and hybrid apps with HTML5 and JavaScript give you a solution to that scale problem.
I chose a hybrid app because I'm just able to target more people in one shot, and I have to do less work to do that.
The concept of a hybrid app, something that uses HTML and JavaScript and CSS to build the application, but that application is wrapped up in a native wrapper that can run on the device and give you access to those device capabilities, really opens up the opportunity for web developers to build applications that run on the devices and take advantage of all those capabilities.
So the largest skill set of developers out there right now is HTML and CSS. So taking that skill set and applying it in more environments just makes sense.
Apache Cordova, also known as PhoneGap, is the JavaScript to native bridge technology that makes this possible. Using just JavaScript, I can access 13 different APIs that give me direct interaction with the device capabilities: camera, compass, geolocation, accelerometer, local storage. All of these things become available to me when I'm using Apache Cordova. We have built a cloud-based development environment around Apache Cordova.
Icenium is really all about developer productivity with delivering hybrid applications onto mobile platforms.
I'm targeting Android and iPhone and also the tablets, so like iPad and all the Android tablets that there are.
Icenium allows you to target the most relevant device platforms using one tool.
My favorite feature in Icenium is live sync. It is the thing that gets you excited the first time you see it.
Fortunately, Icenium includes a really awesome tool called Live Sync, which allows us to update our app and automatically see those changes deployed to all the devices we may have connected.
When I click Run on Device, a command is sent to the cloud to build the application for all of the native platforms I'm working on, iOS and Android. Those application packages are built, sent back to the development environment, and over USB onto the devices, whether that's one device or 10 devices. It doesn't matter. Once the application is on those devices, I have a constant connection to that in my development environment. So as I make changes to the code, just like I'd see those changes reflected in the simulator, I see them reflected on all the devices at the same time. Icenium Graphite is a Windows-based installed tool that gives Windows developers the ability to build applications for iOS and Android, something that was really out of reach before.
Icenium Mist is the browser-based development environment.
Regardless of where I am or what computer I'm on, as long as I've got an internet connection and a browser, I can use Icenium Mist to build applications for iOS and Android.
My favorite feature in Icenium by far is a neat feature in Icenium Mist, the HTML client, which allows me to build my app and get a QR code right inside the browser, which I can use my device, take a picture, and automatically load my app up, whether it's iOS with the Icenium Ion client or on Android. It's an easy way to get my apps from the cloud onto my device.
The WebKit debugging tools are my favorite part of Icenium, just because I was able to start debugging and launch my app and just was familiar with what I was using right off the hop.
Debugging experience in Graphite is close to the one found in web browsers and even advanced IDEs out there. You can debug either in simulator or on actual real device, and debugging experience is kind of natural to all web developers out there. They can set breakpoints, they can debug visual elements, they can edit CSS files on the fly, and they can feel home with all this tooling that we provide.
With Icenium, we support a couple different choices around version control, whether that's using our integrated version control that's part of the Icenium Cloud Services, or if you want to use your own URL-based Git repository.
We have enabled you to clone any Git repository out there, no matter where it's on GitHub or Bitbucket.
Icenium is a game changer. There is no other product out there that does for developers what Icenium can do. No other product gives you the seamless workflow from the time you're writing code to the time you're publishing your app with no interruption. Icenium gives you the ability to harness your ideas and turn them into software without losing the momentum that is so important to writing code.
I would recommend Icenium to others. It's very easy to use, and probably the biggest bonus is it's very fast to get to start up with.